DVD Man is a concept and game originally created by the Roblox development group Mugen. They are likely best known for the remake of the popular game Armored Patrol, which was originally developed by Wingman 8. However, Mugen is also known for making surrealist and what can only be described as weird experiences. DVD Man is one of these games. DVD Man is a platform adventure game originally created on April 8th, 2021. In the game, we play as someone who we presume to be DVD Man. We spawn in with a single tool to our disposal, this being the foreshadowed DVD. Holding out the DVD while jumping forward builds up our speed, which we can use to parkour over these platforms. Moreover, as you look around, you can see the entire environment is made of a mirror texture, providing a surrealist tone. We continue forward until we find rails, where we must use the DVD to grind them. After a short platforming section, we enter a boss arena where we must fight an apple. After that, a portal spawns, which, when entered, takes us to a lobby to play other Mugen games. Surrealism would be the best way to describe DVD Man. Surrealism was originally an art movement in the 1920s that had developed in Europe after the end of World War I. The Surrealist art movement was used to create several famous dreamlike scenes. You've likely seen famous paintings like this. This painting is called The Persistence of Memory and was created by Salvador Dali, a Spanish surrealist artist that would be a huge influence on this genre. Now, what does this have anything to do with DVD Man? Well, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure it out by just looking at the game. The game does not have any rhyme or reason for why the world we are put into is like this. I like games that drop you into a world without an explanation, and we have to figure out everything by creating our own theories and speculations on what is going on. Take for instance a game like Limbo, a 2011 2D puzzle platformer, where we were put into a grayscale environment with no direct goal stated throughout the entire game. All we know is we have to keep moving forward. The game has no set out goal other than to follow a path from A to B, and we as the player get to experience whatever is thrown our way. The game features no tutorial as you have to learn everything, almost like a hidden tutorial. If you don't know what a hidden tutorial is, it's essentially where mechanics of a game are told to you through environmental storytelling rather than telling you directly, such as with a dialogue box. One famous example of the hidden tutorial is in the 2006 Valve puzzle game Portal, where the player isn't told directly that they need to put the cube onto the button, but the player is given a cube and a button and must figure it out for themselves. This is what DVD Man does. We are only given a tool, this being the DVD, and we have to figure out what it does through trial and error. I love this aspect of the game as I felt it added to the mystique and mystery surrounding the theme of this experience. In all, DVD Man is a short game only taking around 5 minutes to complete, though its impact was much more expansive, causing it to develop a cult following. As this following began to grow, several fan games would be made that expand upon the lore and gameplay. One of these games that would expand upon the DVD Man concept is called DVD Man Aero Adventure by Nicholas003. The game fully fleshes out DVD Man's moveset by adding a throwing ability to attack enemies and solve puzzles. This experience is much more in-depth as it takes around 6 to 7 times the length of the original. The DVD's mechanics feel more fluid and responsive along with the character's moveset. The original felt a lot more slippery and floaty, but in Aero Adventure, the movement feels much more sensitive, which I think is better for a platforming game similar to this. DVD Man Aero Adventure follows DVD Man, going through an expand upon adventure focusing more heavily on the Frudger Aero aesthetic. If you don't know what Frudger Aero is, it's an aesthetic that comes from the 2000s and early 2010s advertising that has reliance on water, fish, and futuristic technology, usually with a brightness filter over top. Think Windows 7 or the Nintendo Wii. Both would be considered to fall into this aesthetic. Despite Aero Adventure's reliance on the Frudger Aero aesthetic, I would still consider the game's environment to be surrealist inspired, due to using the same design template from the original, such as with the mirror textures. The game features the hidden tutorials from the first game, but I would argue it has more flaws than the original in this regard. For instance, I had to look up what to do when I got to this part with the desktop. This was mainly because in the original, all you had to do was stand over with the DVD and it would automatically be inserted. However, in this experience, you must throw the DVD into the disc tray. I think a more subtle indication, such as a glowing light, would act as a visual anchor and would have helped prevent this. Furthermore, my character would ragdoll a lot when I was trying to do jumps and got the smallest hit from an object. I don't think this is necessarily bad, but it was annoying in some sections, such as the Benjamin Franklin boss fight, and caused me to die several times through no fault of my own. Oh yeah, this game features Benjamin Franklin as a boss fight for some reason. Personally, I would have picked George Washington, but maybe I'm biased. I actually enjoyed both of the boss fights. I thought they were well done, especially the visual effects going on during the rematch with the apple. I also enjoyed the parkour sections. I think they were much more enjoyable and were a good test of your obby skills. These sections weren't incredibly hard, but were a nice change of pace, and hey, for what's worth, this is coming from someone who's terrible at obbies. Another feature I want to briefly touch on is the music. I quite enjoyed the music as it was noticeable enough without being too distracting. Here, take a listen. Additionally, I felt that music added to the overall theme of the game for its mystery and continuance of the experience with driving the player. Overall, if you enjoyed the original, you'll have a good time with this experience. I know this video was shorter than my other videos, but I have a few shorter topics I wouldn't mind covering, and I want to gradually get back into video production, as my personal life has been very busy, and it will likely be for the foreseeable future. I actually worked on 2 projects prior to this video coming out, but both ran into production issues behind the scenes, effectively causing my channel to go in development hell for a few months. Anyways, I'll try and get another video out, hopefully quicker than the gap between this upload and my previous video, so you'll have that to look forward to. Regardless, I hope you all have a good day, and see you all next time.